e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, knight f6, d3, bishop c5, bishop takes c6, d takes c6, castle kingside, queen e7, knight bd2, bishop g4, h3, bishop h5, knight c4, knight d7, a3, a6, b4, bishop a7, bishop e3, bishop takes e3, knight takes e3, f6, knight f5, queen f8, knight g3, bishop f7, queen d2, g6, knight h2, h5, f4, e takes f4, queen takes f4, castle queenside, e5, f5, knight f3, queen e7, rook a e1, rook d e8, h4, bishop d5, knight g5, c5, rook e3, b5, knight e2, bishop b7, knight c3, c takes b4, a takes b4, knight f6, rook fe1, knight g4, rook 3 e2, c5, e6, c takes b4, knight f7, queen c7, queen takes c7, check, king takes c7, knight takes h8, rook takes h8, knight d1, rook e8, e7, bishop d5, knight e3, knight takes e3, rook takes e3, a5, king f2, a4, king g3, a3, king f4, b3, c takes b3, b4, d4, king d6, rook e5, a2, rook a1, bishop takes b3, rook b5, rook takes e7, rook takes b4, rook e4, check, King G5. Rook G4 check. King F6. Rook G3. Rook B5. Bishop C4. Rook C5. Bishop D5. Rook A5. Bishop B3. Rook C1. Rook takes G2. Rook C5. Rook G1. Rook A6 check. King D7. Rook A7 check. King D6. Rook A6 check. King D7. Rook CA5. Bishop C4. Rook A7 check. King D6. Rook A8. F4. Rook D8 check. King C7. Rook D8. F3. Rook takes A2. Bishop takes A2. Rook takes A2. King D6.